One of the biggest lies I've told you is that to be successful, you need to be hardworking, persistent, and consistent. And that is it. You will be a successful person. But you and I will agree that the most successful people that you know are not the most hardworking. They are not the most persistent. They are not the most consistent. Of course, that is good advice, but that is not all there is to the story. Success is a product of several components, and someone like Dr. Thomas Sowell calls them the prerequisites for success. So if you don't have all the prerequisites for success in a given area, all the components that are required for you to be successful, you are still going to end up a failure, no matter how hard you work, how consistent, or even how many of the other components you have. So if I ask you a question now, whatever area you're pursuing, do you know the prerequisites for success in that area? These prerequisites are responsible for the big discrepancy that we have today in society, which people call inequality or disparities. But the truth is, we can't simply solve inequalities and disparities by just trying to help some people with some extra help. No, we have to see that they have all the prerequisites for success in a given area. Take, for example, two kids. One is born in the city where constant water supply, constant electricity, and internet are de facto in the community. And the other is born in a rural village where all these other things are not de facto. So by default, if they both dream of pursuing a career in, for example, computer programming, one already has more of the prerequisites for success in that field than the other. So no matter how hard the kid in the village works, they first have to work to first of all deliver the basic prerequisites of having a stable electricity, stable internet to be able to start honing their skills of programming, other than the kid in the city who already has those other prerequisites and they can go straight to honing their skills. And you'll be shocked to know that some prerequisites for success in some different fields can be something as basic as being born the firstborn child or the only child to growing up in a two-parent home. So what this should teach us is that we can't just look at people and say these people are failures or they are not working hard enough and they are not putting enough consistencies. No, they may not even have the basic prerequisites for their hard work to start making a lot of sense or making a big difference. However, neither is it also an excuse for us to excuse our failure. You know, I failed because I don't have this prerequisite. I was born in this kind of area. I was born this kind of way. Neither is it an excuse for us to push. But what we can learn from this concept of prerequisites for success is that no one is born with all the prerequisites. Each person is born with some, while the other person is born with the others. And that is where working together comes in. Children that are born to wealthy parents are more likely to inherit wealth just as much as children who are born to talented parents are more likely to develop extraordinary talent while growing up. So you see that at least everyone has something, and that's why working together is me saying, okay, based on where I'm coming from, I have these prerequisites, but I lack these ones which you have, and the ones you lack, I have them, so we can work together to see that we can actually do something far greater than any one of us. No one can be born with all the prerequisites, but working together helps bridge that gap. And obviously, there is no way on earth that any one person can be born with all the prerequisites. Therefore, they won't need other people. But even in nature, we realize that there is inequality in nature. Saying there should be equality is like requiring that every continent or region has an equal amount of desert, equal amount of rainforest, equal amount of snow. But that isn't possible. Each place has what is unique to it or has what is a strength, which in our case of people is like a prerequisite for success. Now, working together, we can bridge and cover our own gaps to see that together we actually achieve something greater. So I hope you learned from this video that you need to understand what are the prerequisites for success in your field. It's not just about saying you want to work hard, you want to put in the hours, you want to be consistent, or you're going to be persistent. You need to know what are the real factors that make a big difference in this field and focus on those factors. The factors that are not available to you, you can partner with people who also have those factors and lack the factors that you already have.